Hello, surreal sentience. Good evening from the Netherlands. And oh my god, the days were getting shorter and shorter. Um, I'm sorry for the headset, because um, 2 weeks ago we were drawing and some fireworks collapsed under my window, and after that I wasn't the same. I noticed myself. Maybe you noticed, maybe you don't, I don't know, but I didn't feel well with that. So, to protect myself this time, because the fireworks is getting more and more, uh, the window is closed. I have a headset with noise cancelling. The kid is sleeping in bed. We have the evening for ourselves. So, yeah. Um, nah, you don't have to talk to me, so I don't have to listen. so, um, so it's my own protection. It doesn't add anything to this stream, but yeah, I get back to it a little bit later on, uh, with some purposes and everything. So, um, we did the giveaway of Inktober. So, congratulations to all the winners. And I got uh, two questions. Yeah, two questions I like to go over with you this evening before we start drawing. And I picked one, and that was about the electric eraser. Um, they asked me, like, how does it work? Can I work with it? Um, I cannot answer for you if it works for you. What I can do is tell you how I use it and what it does. Um, First of all, the most of them are on batteries. Most of them you can turn on the back, open, and you can get the small AAA battery size goes in. Pretty easy, and yeah. And when the battery is low, it starts moving slower, so it doesn't work that nice. So you have just one button. Um, I have seen where you have like a scroller on the side, and you have like 3 or 5 different speeds. Um, I don't see the purpose of it, but could work for you maybe. This one doesn't. None of them have, because I don't see the purpose. Just one button and it starts to turn right away. And the tip you can pull out, and as you can see, stay. As you can see, this is the eraser itself. It's just like a normal eraser. So if I have a normal uh, hard eraser, hard in it's actually kind of the same. It's a little bit flexible, but not, it stays in its form. And you have two sizes, two default sizes. No matter the brand, you have a thicker one and a thinner one. The thinner is, let me see, what is the size? Let's see what the size is. So this is 3 millimeters. Are you agreeing? Yeah, 3. 3 millimeters, and the other will be 5, I guess. Yes, that is 5 millimeters. So half a centimeter. Both have a different holding mechanism. The small one has like a tube, a plastic tube. You put it in, you can squeeze it, and then and when you put it in, because you see it's a little bit taping off, So it starts small and it's getting thicker, and how further you push it in, how more pressure you push to hold your uh, eraser. Yeah, and the same is for the bigger one, but that has a metal holder in this case. I have seen those also in plastic though, and you can put it in and it does the same. It squeezes the eraser. This is handy if you want to do bigger oppervlakte. What's the English word for oppervlakte? Surface. So if you want to do bigger surfaces, you take the big one, and else you, when you want to do the details, you take the little one. Because my type of drawing is most of the times very tiny, I only use the tiny ones. And the sad thing is, when you buy new erasers for the machine, I've never seen they sell only the small ones. They sell the big ones and the small one in one package. So I have a lot of big thick erasers that I barely never use. And yeah, I'm almost running out of the small tiny ones. So I hope that's a little bit more clear. And yeah, thank you. I don't know her name, but yeah, she asked, and while I was drawing at Bake It on the Zwaanshals here in Rotterdam, and yeah, I answered her, and I will answer you too, because I found it a very good question. So, but enough talk about electric erasers. We have enough knowledge. And I collect everything here. You can tell. See? Most of them are the big ones. There are only a couple of tiny ones left. So, the drawing from last week, or 2 weeks ago, sorry. It was a mess. It was a mess. I made a mess, and I will show you. We choose for the fine liner, and to be fair, I don't use a lot of fine liners, and I made a big mistake here. And when I was cleaning everything up, I go over with the flexible eraser, and it picked up the ink, and yeah, like a stamp, it created that. And yeah, as I said, I was off from the fireworks, and yeah, sometimes you need to do the hard thing, and the hard thing is if you're not happy with your drawing, don't be afraid to destroy it. Yeah? You can cry over it, you can be sad over it, and I could been in 2 weeks long I could pray and meditate and do everything I wanted to make it better, but it doesn't feel right. Then you just tear it apart and throw it away. So, in that case, you get a nice new paper. And we start all over again. So yeah, let's see what we can. Let me put it on to the bigger paper. I have a bigger paper underneath, a taller one, H3, and then I put an H4 size paper of last time. It's the same kind of paper, and in the corners I put a little bit of tape to hold it in place, and that bigger paper underneath is just there to help us if our horizontal line is our disappearing point on our horizon is outside of our drawing paper. Yeah, you can see here the last week we did this, we used this one, and no, you can. So zoop, we start nicely in the middle, and where's my random box? Where did I put it? I had it in my hands. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. Oh my god. Get, what is this? Oh, 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 oh. Yes, it is what it is, but I only have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in it. Where are all the... Nah. We do it with 5 cards. I don't know what happened. I had it in my hands this afternoon and I didn't check. I'm so sorry. Doesn't matter. We just pick one out of here. Just to start. What is the word? Kusje. I don't know. This is a really weird kiss. Kusje. I know what this is. This is from Bake It. Oh my goody yard. Oh my goody yard. Cone. Yes, this is where we are. This is... Oh people, oh. What a big mistake of mine. I didn't check the random words. Okay. We go, we roll. I'm not going to do a kusje. Kusje means kiss, a small kiss. And because we are talking about perspectives, I think we could better go for like a chair or a cube. We're going for a chair. I'm sorry, it's not that random, but trust me, it's still a lifeline. So we are going to draw a chair in perspective, and I think we can fill that hour with that. Second choice I'm going to make is to not lose, but I will end up with an ink drawing, but I will wait until the last moment. I'm married to the pencil, I'm sorry. So I have here a filling pencil, and the pointer is coming out here. If I push it like a pen, so and I can push it back like that. Okay. So let's start with the horizon. I put it approximately in the middle. That's all. And as you can see, I draw it all the way as far as I could on both sides. I'm going to put on my glasses. So let's make it an easy chair. So not like a very difficult, complex chair with design and everything. Just a chair that you put at the dinner table, nothing fancy, because the perspective is already very complicated. And if you look at a chair, you see kind of elongated cube, like a box. And that's where you want to start. And we will cut out all the things we don't need of the chair. So very light, we put in the chair. And I'm a little bit struggling with space here. Let me get another. I don't know. My shit is all over the place, people. Got it. So one of the corners is facing us, and I'm just going to draw something like this. I don't know how big it will be, and I will take something here and I will bring the point here in the distance. And we don't need it all, but what I did is just mark our disappearing point and approximately the space what I need. Yeah, same I do over this side, but then I see my ruler is too short and I will need a little bit more. And again, just approximately what I need, and at the end I mark the disappearing point. So now we have on that side and on this side we have both sides disappearing point. Then we need to decide how high will the chair be. So let's see, let's make it a little bit taller. Turn it around. Yeah, that's maybe something good to point out. If you have a ruler, and can I get that sharp? Yes, this is the way I want to see. You see, it has like a small bump into it. Yeah. So if I put it face down, and I will pull my pencil on the side, I can slip underneath, and then my line will never be straight. For the eye, it will look straight, but when you go on later, it is a mistake. So learn yourself when you drawing perspectives. Make sure your ruler is fully flat on your paper. Yeah, if it's not flat, it's not good. Don't draw the line, because that line will be Pete. Yes. So now we just need to decide how big, how high, and anyway the ruler is too short, so I need to go back. And also this one has also a little bit of a bump into it, as you can see, not as much, but and the other side almost never has. It's that's most of the times flat. So we take the disappearing point on one side and the height of the chair on the other side. You see? Millimeters, approximately. Oh, and when you don't wiggle. And we do the same on this side. A little bit more, but so now we need to have where does our chair end? And I'm looking, and I think I have the feeling it should be somewhere here. Then I go measure, and I see 4.5. It's 2, 4, 7, 4, 7, 4, 7, 4. Oh, did I say 7? And I do mean 8? No, I mean 7. 4, 7. Here. Flat on the paper. Just next to the markers you make. And from top to bottom, we draw a line. Let's keep it simple. 4, 7. 4, 7. And 4, 7. And why do I have the feeling this side is smaller than that side? Is that true? Flat, I just told you, keep it flat. 7, 7, 7. It's the same distance. But to my perspective, this side is smaller than that one. But doesn't matter. Now we need to choose where is the back of the chair. You know, that one that I push down. So let's see, what does the chat say? Derek. Yeah man, in Rotterdam fireworks are a mess. Yes, thank you Takumi, that's true. Holy shit. Haha, I'm looking at my chairs now. Good, observe them. And maybe you can draw them next time. So, you said that before. Yeah, I know you know that line. So, is the back towards us? Or is the back from us? And do we see the seating space first? Is that pointing to us? So now we have two walls, you know. But if we want to have the back in the back, that would be nice though. That would be nice. So let's look at the drawing this way. This way. That's really weird, but it works well. Okay. So this will be the back. That means we need to draw here the back. And to get this cube, the back seat, you can, so we draw that line. Ooh, that moved. It is what it is. And here again, at the disappearing point and that corner, we will draw like that. And I hope you can see, if you have a good 3D visual awareness, you can tell. If not, it's as flat as a coin. But you kind of see where the back wall would be if this was like a house. Front, the side, and the back. Yeah? And even we can also make the other side that way. Not yet. We need to have lines there, but not yet. The back is approximately 2/3 of the height of the chair. What height do we have? We have 9.5. And the funny thing is, what I like to do, we have 9.5. We can make it 6. Can we make it 6? We can calculate with 6. We can calculate with 6. So if we want 1/3, that means this is 6 and this is 4. So from the top to the bottom, 604. That should be here. I just put a marker just to get a feeling if this is correct or not. Yeah, and I think it's a little bit too low. So, and my feeling says it needs to be above there. Feeling wise, I would say this. For 6-ish from above, just the other way around. Okay. And do you need, and how that comes is because we're looking up to kind of up to the chair a little bit, so therefore the legs look longer. It's more stretched, so we can work with that. We can work with that, meaning that we need another line here to fill that backside. Just put this, and again I use that disappearing point on the my left side, and we draw a little bit in. Now we need to have the back here because we need to know where it stops. How we can calculate that is taking this point and the disappearing point on my right side, and take your time for it. Just easy, breathe in, take a break if you need it, and I stop where I already started the line, and you see that's really close to the front. It's really barely 2 millimeters from that side. We need this one as well otherwise we cannot measure the right space. Here it's maybe a little bit more clear that you see it's just off a little bit, but that means because this doesn't look, it is janked. I already can tell that we made a mistake somewhere. No, it's good. It's one of the lines is screwed already, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. Then we make a little bit of a janked chair. Ta-da! So in the back there is like a space before you can sit. There's a little bit of air. So we make the seat. We have a chair here, and so the seating part needs to be coming. Let me see how I can. I will do this on my feeling as well. Where should the seating part be? I think this would be nice. Like there. And then this point to that disappearing point. Up to there. Like that. Then this point goes also to there. That's not correct. Here, and then that point disappears in here. And we have a seat. Okay, so let's see, what does the chat say? Ah, you said that before. Oh, nothing. Okay, now then it's just my break for a second. Then it's my break for a second. Today I have a green tea, a normal green tea, and I put in some dry skin from an orange. I have an oven to dry it, and sometimes I save the skin of the orange, and I cut them into small small chunks, and I dry them, and then I put that into my tea, and it gives a very nice flavor of the orange or the citrus fruit you choose. It can be lime, it can be work with lime, lemon, yeah, all kind of citrus, and yeah, no waste, or less waste, because I use the skin again. So I have a green tea with an orange flavor. Oh man, I love my teas. Okay, let's get back to our chair. Now we need to give it all a little bit body. So let's create the first leg here on the front. Like that. Then we have the another chair leg here, and also that goes a little bit here. I take my disappearing point, vanishing point on the right side, and I just make a little bit more than I need, and can I do this better like this? Yes, I can. And we need another one here. I will turn this keep it straight. And we need to disappear from there to the vanishing or disappearing point on my left side. And again I draw in a little bit more than I really need, and then I go like here. Okay, the seating part has thickness as well, and now it doesn't. So it needs a little bit of thickness. To give that, we just draw on the bigger. Let's say heavy people, light people, medium people. I think this looks really nice and convenient. Like that. Same goes here. So to the right side. Like that. Meaning that those are going up further in the back. So this one can go all the way up. Let's do that. All the way up. Ooh, ooh. All the way up. Yes. And this one is to the front, so that one goes up to here. Is it straight? And the same is for here, so we have this one, and we have this one. That one disappears behind there. That seems to be correct. Can you tell the chair already? Can you see the chair? Or do we need to erase a couple of things? So, I have the tiny point to erase. And I start here with the seating. This is not needed. This one is needed. That one was needed, but the one above not. So disappear this one, this one, this one, but that one needed it. We don't need the back here anymore. We don't need this part here. We don't need this. Remove this. Like that. This one we do need, so this one goes away here, but it stops here. Those lines I could do with the big one. No, I don't need this. And don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this. Let's make it a little bit of a designer chair. Ow! Sorry. This we don't need. This we don't need. And we just do this. Let me clean this one out. clean it up a little bit. Can you see the chair now? Is the question. Can you see the chair now? So let's see. What an oven! Oh, I love that oven. I love that oven. I really, really do. So yeah, this year I did. Normally, my dad, um, in the fall, where he lives, there are a lot of farms that has apple that grows apples and pears and cherries, but mostly apples. And but this year he was on holiday during that season, so normally I get a little bit, really a big bag of apples, and I use that oven to dry those apples because I never get that eaten in time. Okay, let's correct that little mistake what we made. Did we make a mistake? Yes, we did. Here in the top of the chair we have now a surrealistic option. This point here needs to disappear there, and then it will be correct. So let's do that. And remove this part here, like that. That's in the front, that's in the front. Should we make this one piece? Like that. And sometimes you just need to stop and look at it, especially when you draw perspectives. Those can be so tricky and so how can I say that? It's easy to make a mistake with it. And just sit down and look what you did and be critical about what you did. You know, you saw me tearing the drawing from from 2 weeks ago. You you saw me tear it apart. Yeah, I'm not afraid to kill my darlings. Um, if it's not good, and if I'm very critical, then I would say this chair is not good because it is this point is too far out. I would expect it to be here. Do you see what I mean? It's a chair that is low at the ground, and it's uh, have a very big sit for how can I say that, for a big ass. I just say it. It's just for. So what's the next step? Are we going to draw next week? Are we going to draw in another object and really start to make this uh, more surrealistic and obscure and weird? Or are we already going to make some shadows? Let's see. Let's create a little bit of shadows, because here there will be a little bit of shadow. So we can very light, and don't talk and do it at the same time, because then you make there's a shadow. This here will also be a shadow. And here also will be a shadow. That means that this one, this side, will be one big, a little bit gray. This side will be a little bit darker than the other side. So I add a very light touch, some graphite, because remember, in 2 weeks time we continue this. So here as well, a very light gray, just to now give that an impression it's a little bit darker. Here as well, and this side here as well, because we need to be able to erase it. If we are here something like this, meaning that this side also need a touch of gray. And the first shadows are in. Make those shadows a little bit stronger here on this side, a little bit bigger, so it's a little bit more present. Still have trouble with that part. Like that. It's not a correct chair, I admit that, but it's a chair in perspective, and yeah, let's see where this goes next week. So let's see, is there any question about the perspective and the chair? I don't see. Okay. Now, in that case, I wish you a good evening from here, from the Netherlands, and thank you for joining me, and thank you for sharing this time with me. I really appreciate it, and namaste.